While Monsters University is often praised for its charming characters and vibrant animation, one of its primary narrative flaws is its predictable and somewhat generic plot. As a prequel, the film's outcome is a foregone conclusion for anyone who has seen Monsters, Inc. We know that Mike and Sully will not only overcome their rivalry but will also become the best of friends and successful scarers at Monsters, Inc. This inherent lack of suspense makes many of the character arcs feel less impactful. The film spends a great deal of time on Mike's desperate attempts to prove himself as a scarer, a journey we already know will fail, robbing his ultimate realization of its emotional weight. The underdog story, a staple of college-themed films, loses its punch when the audience is already privy to the hero's future. Another significant issue with the film is its undermining of a core theme from the original. Monsters, Inc. is a story about a character, Mike, who has a strong work ethic and believes in the system, and his journey to accept that his friend, Sully, is the one with the natural talent for scaring. The central moral of the first movie is that talent is important, but there is value in finding your own path and excelling in your own unique way. Monsters University, however, directly contradicts this by concluding that Mike, despite his immense hard work and intelligence, simply isn't scary enough. The film's climax, where he and Sully get expelled and have to find a different path, feels like a forced consequence of this new premise, suggesting that sheer effort can't overcome a lack of innate ability, which is a surprisingly cynical and un-Pixar-like message that clashes with the studio's usual themes of perseverance and believing in oneself. The film also struggled with an over-reliance on a formulaic college movie trope. It borrows heavily from a multitude of cliched premises, including the quirky band of misfits, Uzma Kappa, the snooty rival fraternity, Roar Omega Roar, and the strict, intimidating Dean Hardscrabble. While these elements are not inherently bad, Monsters University doesn't do much to subvert them. The narrative beats are highly predictable. The heroes are initially humiliated, they train to become better, they face off against their rivals, and they eventually find success on their own terms. This adherence to a well-worn formula makes the movie feel less imaginative and fresh compared to other Pixar films that have built their narratives on more original concepts, such as a rat who wants to cook or a robot who cleans up a deserted Earth. Lastly, the film's character development, particularly for Sully, feels regressive in order to fit the plot. In Monsters, Inc., Sully is a confident, top scarer who is compassionate and courageous, and his main arc is learning to be a paternal figure for Boo. In Monsters University, he is depicted as an arrogant, lazy jock who relies on his natural talent and family name, a characterization that is necessary for his conflict with Mike but feels inconsistent with the Sully we